Hey guys, today we got to catch James Harvey.
The key word is catch. Slow him down.
Literally catch him on the fly. He was actually in his car.
Trying to wrap his day up.
Picking up dinner for him and his wife. But just a little glimpse on who James is. So he actually is a former athlete. Mm-hmm. And just hearing his transition from athlete to real estate agent is absolutely fascinating. And you would think those two don't go together, but surprisingly, they do in James's scenario.
Yes.
So definitely catch a glimpse on how he's become a real estate agent and just his overall philosophy on life and the hustle. Tune in.
Perfect.
Welcome to the Mizell Show.
An inspiration for a new generation.
Hi, I'm Alanna Mizell, a loving mother of two, a devoted wife to Steven, and an entrepreneur helping women realize their dreams and potential.
And I'm Steven Mizell, caring father of two, a devoted husband to Alanna, and a driving force to help young men prepare for life after college football.
And if that wasn't enough, we're a biracial couple.
She was raised in the North, but I was raised in the South.
The only thing normal about our lives, who am I kidding? It's never normal around here. Join us for the Mizell Show.
Right now. James, how's it going, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. My wife is here also.
Hello.
Hello.
You've become a household name in this house.
Hopefully it's for good reasons.
You know, it hasn't been a good reason just yet.
Oh, no.
I'm waiting for that to hit the bank account.
Don't listen to her.
know.
Don't listen to her.
Hey, I appreciate. Hey, look, there you go. You got to keep me humble.
No.
So how have you been today?
Man, I'm good. Just staying busy and, trying to close the deal.
Yeah.
Just one deal?
Just one deal?
Actually, I closed about that. Today was a really good day.
Okay.
We closed one for 900, 700, 400. So we can,
you got some like bills paid.
we can buy us a cheeseburger.
Just one.
Just one, right?
One cheeseburger.
Yep, just one.
No, that's definitely good. That's good, man. So at the end of the day, me and the wife, we host a podcast, and it's everything wide ranging from motivational to life to just helping people just through the everyday grind. And for these.
Wait a second. Did you not know that we host a podcast?
He knew he hosted a podcast.
It depends. I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you. I don't know how to answer that.
I'll blame that on Steven. I'll blame it on.
No, I think I did. No, I think I knew.
Sort of knew. You obviously haven't listened to it, so that's fine.
Well, he has a reason to listen now. You listen to himself.
I'm getting you hard.
Well, I can't afford cable. I told you, I got a couple deals. I got to get cable so I can listen.
Podcasts are free, right?
I know. You come in line. You tough.
She real tough.
I am from New England, so that could explain a lot. We try to do on our podcast is really, we talk about motivation for the new generation and specifically breaking the idea of you have to be in a 9-to-5. You have to do this or that. And just whether that be the outcome that people choose, just realizing that that's not the only avenue. And you can kind of create your future, as hippie as that kind of sounds. So we also like to interview people that don't follow the norm. And you don't follow the norm, really, which is great. So kind of walk us through, okay, you finished school. What did you do?
Yep. So when I got out of college, and we're talking about college, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. When I got out of college, being a college athlete, I decided real quickly that I did not want to pursue a professional basketball career making crumbs. So I guess my entrepreneurial spirit kicked in. I had to tell myself yeah, you can go overseas to starve, but dude, your taste is too expensive. So you better find something to make you a lot of money because the things that you like and what they're willing to pay you, it doesn't add up.
Right. Okay.
So
Well, at least you realize that.
Yeah.
quick. So I actually started a basketball training business. I think I was 22 years old when I started
Wow.
that business. I started it with one chubby kid that had never played basketball and no gym. And I just grew that thing. I used my connections from
Uh-huh.
collegiate sports. I grew it one kid at a time. And in 5 years, I had over 400 kids and I had worked out over 25 professional athletes.
Wow.
And anytime you're dealing with higher end clients and anything, it's all about a niche.
Mhm.
And once you get that first one, people that are alike, they hang out with people like them naturally.
Yes. Yeah.
So you get one NBA player, you get 5.
Yeah.
In real estate, you sell one house, one big house, you get 3. Like, right? So the law of attraction is kind of what propelled that business, and it was natural for me because I was an athlete. So
Mhm.
I understood the space better than most people that wanted to train.
Right.
So even now, you fast forward to my real estate career, it's easy for me to sell a house to an athlete. I understand the space.
Right.
I've been an athlete. I know when I'm talking to an athlete, I'm not really talking to the athlete. I'm talking to the 3 or 4 other people that's pushing paperwork as the administrators in the back office for the athlete, right?
Yeah.
A lot of agents, if they don't understand how that goes, what happens is you end up sending 10 pieces of paper for LeBron James to sign in the day, and he's playing on TV, and you're sending him documentations. Now, he's a little aggravated because now he's behind in the transaction, and you're steadily pressuring him now. Let's get this done. Let's get this done. When I send athletes paperwork, I'll send it to you. I may not get it back for a week, but
Right.
I understand the space. It doesn't bother me.
Right. Right.
No, definitely.
So, how long were you doing basketball training before you switched to real estate?
So I actually just shut my basketball training business down last year. I had that business for 10 years, but probably the last 3 years, I wasn't as involved as I was previous years because in real estate, I mean, I was so busy.
Uh-huh.
And you know how it goes. You try to leverage a business, but for me, anytime that it's a business and it involves kids, you
Mhm.
have to be extra cautious about who you
Yeah.
bring into those businesses. And I just couldn't really find a person that had, for one, to be a good trainer and care. You either got
Mhm.
one of the two.
Right. Right.
Like,
Oh, for sure.
so for me, it was easier to shut that business down to keep the reputation because now I get calls all the time. And it's like, man, I really wish you were still in training. Like, do you recommend anyone? You know,
Right.
so I get that now, but I left that business in a good space.
Right.
Because also sometimes you can stay in the business too long. Also,
Yeah.
what I realize is I'm 33 years old. My patience is not even the same as it was when I was 22, right?
Right. Right.
So I was always this family. I was always this family buffer. The parents come in and they're like, "Hey James, I'm having a hard time teaching Johnny layups. He doesn't listen." I go, "Mr. and Miss Mizell, just let me talk to him. I'm able to put it in a hip way. And now me and Johnny, we click tight. I can get Johnny to clean his room at this point."
Right.
But now
Right.
what happens when you're 33 now and those parents are like, Johnny don't listen. And now I'm like, you know what, Johnny? You don't listen. What's wrong with you? like your parents are right. Like, I mean, you do need to get kicked out the house. Like, so, but that's 10 years later, James.
Right. Yeah.
So what?
I
So
love hearing that you recognize
yes.
that you've outgrown a business.
Ooh, preach.
Right.
and been okay with it. Because I also
Right.
think being in the space of an athlete, not to stereotype y'all, but athletes tend to hold on to career paths, I think, longer than a lot of other people because y'all have been conditioned that way. You've been conditioned since you were little. You're going to be, and you're going to be in the NBA. Like, oh, look at this kid. He's 5 and got talent, you know, and people use y'all as products for so long that I'm impressed at the maturity for you at the age of 33 to know to step away.
So my question for you is, you know, what was that transition like? Like, you recognize that real estate could be a good thing. So when did you realize, yes, I can do this real estate thing? Because, you know, a lot of times you don't know that magic light bulb moment, or what made you realize, okay, I can do this. Like,
or did it just fall in your lap?
Yeah.
I know for a lot of people that have networks and connections, you're like, oh, I guess I'm doing this thing.
Right. So with me, I've been around real estate my entire life. I wasn't interested in it, but this whole time in the background, like, my dad has always been an investor, not from the standpoint of selling real estate. He more did the financing side, but he's always like, I was 12 and had a janitorial business. I cleaned commercial buildings, and I learned business at a young age. I'm like, let me go hire some cousins and pay them to clean the building. I'd sit on my butt and you know, sit in the break room, right? So like, even just those, like, being around people when I couldn't even articulate it, but hearing business conversations, and it's like that entrepreneur spirit, it was just down in me. Like, it's kind of my God-given thing, right?
Yeah.
I always knew I would be in business. I had no idea what business I would be in. And for me, I had no interest. I've never worked in sales before I got in real estate, because naturally I'm reserved. I don't want to get in your business, so don't get in my business. That's who I am. Like, the outward talking a lot, like even these podcasts, like, this drains me because I'm reserved. Like, I enjoy doing it because it's good for my soul to grow as a business person.
Yeah.
But the natural James, when I get that text from Steven, is I don't want to do that. Like, you my guy, but I don't want to do that. But it's like, no, that's a part of your growth. That's a part, and that's how I'm really reserved. So, like, next month, I'm going to speak in Dallas at a Keller Williams luxury panel. I mean, there could be 50,000 people watching. Naturally, I don't want to do it. But the businessman is like, dude, this is an opportunity.
You better get your butt up there.
Right, exactly. I'll be there. So once I pay for that flight, it's over with.
Right. Because you're not going to waste money either.
Yeah.
There you go. So it's just understanding, you know, like, so for me, getting into real estate, I never wanted to be like the crappy salesy, the braggadocious. Like, even now, I have a problem telling people about my success in real estate. I will, but I really don't like that space, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, that's why you're gonna be a good salesman, right? So now, even for me, I get in tough deals, and it's like, hey, can we make it work or not? I mean, do you want to do the deal or not? And often people are not used to hearing that, and they're like, I appreciate that about you. You didn't call me 15 times or fast talk me, right? I'm like, no, you need to understand this for yourself.
Right. Yeah, I love that. So for people that are 22 and graduating and have literally no idea what they want to do, what is like the best piece of advice that you would give?
Did you know that I sell makeup? Not only do I sell makeup, but the makeup that I sell is 3D makeup, which allows you to highlight and contour your face in a super simple compact. As a mom, I could not survive without my simplified routine. Not only that, but it's exactly what you need. Exactly when you need it, all in one spot. Go ahead and check out Alanna Mizell on Instagram or alannamizell.com to learn more.
So the first thing I would tell them, what do you like?
Mm.
What you have to stay organic in who you are, right?
Mhm.
So like me, at the core of who I am, every business I've had that's successful, it's been dealing with people, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
my gift is I can connect with people well.
Yeah.
If I go out and I try to start a restaurant, I may not do so well. I'm stepping out of what I consider my grace
Yeah.
of what I'm good at.
Mhm.
So for me, I connect with people on a more intimate level naturally. Like
Mhm.
I'll get you over in the corner and I'm able to get you to tell me your whole life story in 30 minutes.
Right.
Because there's a trust there. Like I trust James. So
Mhm.
even in my sales business, like I tell people, I'm not in the business of selling houses.
Mhm.
I'm in the business of building great relationships, and the houses are just a byproduct.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would tell people, who are you? Like, right? We all have to figure out who we are. When you look in the mirror, what am I good at? What do I naturally do? And now how do I capitalize on my natural God-given abilities?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
No, that's good. So a couple more questions before we let you get you go. I got to ask the question where you were trending in a good trajectory with, the real estate, and you made some moves, and then you decided to get married. So how has the marriage and now having a wife kind of
You
changed?
decided to get married, like you just dropped
No,
the bomb.
he not decided, but
surprise.
Well, you got married.
You were doing well. You were doing well, James, and then you made a bad mistake.
Then you got married.
No.
And next, Steven says, don't get crazy and try to have
but-
kids, is what he's saying.
What I'm saying is a lot of guys in your position who are trending in the environment that you're in, working with NBA players, becoming their own broker, and like really starting to grow, they wouldn't have time for a relationship. They would want to just be selfish and then, do what they do. But you found a spouse. And that's what I wanted to ask you. How has that changed your mindset now that you have a wife?
So first of all, I did the biggest hack in marriage history. I knew I was getting married, so I said two things. If I can make my wife like golf and real estate, I'll be the luckiest man on earth. My wife does mortgages.
Hey!
So my house is easy, bro.
There you go.
So you made a business decision is what actually happened.
I may not be the best one to ask that, but I kind of get what you're saying. It's kind of like that. The people I deal with can kind of put you in like a fast life.
Yeah.
But remember that goes back. Hold on. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting some dinner.
No, you're fine.
This is the most jankiest. I'm the most jankiest podcast invite y'all have had.
No.
You just need to give Steven extra love because he's gonna have to cut this whole thing.
No, I'm good.
So shoot, what were we saying? Oh yeah, but naturally, like I'm a stay at home, like at my house, like I'm renovating and decorating. Nobody comes to my house. I don't so you come to my, you're like, why are you renovating? Like I do all this nice stuff, but I don't.
So if we get invited, I need to realize that that's like extra privilege.
Oh yeah, y'all special. Yeah, so my job description may not fit my. Thank you. Let me give you a tip. Hold on. Here you go. Appreciate you. Yeah. So my job description may not fit.
I cannot.
It may not fit my personality. So I kind of live a double life like that.
Case in point.
We're keeping all this in. All of it.
No, I think this has been really
This is my favorite.
This has been impactful, and I enjoy this opportunity to be able to just kind of learn more about the hustle, the inside, the out. So I guess I would love. I'm just more like intrigued by James.
because I would love to see you in action. Because
Like, what you mean, like at the office?
Right, because what
And Kevin Williams on stage?
Yeah, no,
No.
I still think that's James performing.
Yeah.
Especially he mentioned that he's naturally an introvert.
Yeah.
So like that's literally he's got to hype himself up for that Keller Williams.
So I wouldn't say I'm an introvert because I'm friendly. I'm really reserved. Like, so
introverts can be friendly. But do you hit like a word count where you're like, I cannot talk to another person today?
Oh, absolutely. Like,
you're an introvert.
He said absolutely.
Oh, like,
absolutely.
Like I'm done. Like I have to be able to just go to like a space for like 10 minutes and just regroup.
Yeah.
And I'm the only child.
Okay. I got you. But what I'm betting is that you, because you don't like to talk about your success, I would bet that you under-articulate how much you've grown and how much hustle you genuinely have.
Oh, yeah. Well, I do. But like my thing, going back to like my team, like they'll tell you, I joined this team and like this dude, you're not going to keep up with James working.
Right.
Like it's just impossible. Like you'll be in the hospital. Like, so I have a very high work threshold.
Right.
Like I wake up at 5 o'clock every morning. I may get to my office at 7. By like 10 o'clock, I mean, I may have talked to 10, 20 people. I'm in the middle of like 14 deals right now. Right. And I know like I can tell my team members what's going on in their deals. Right. Like, and they're like, dude, how do you know? I also go to bed at night. It drains me, but it's just, I enjoy it.
Right.
So like, I'm the guy that people are like, dude, you don't have any fun. All you do is work. But that's fun to me. Like, I am having fun.
Right. Right. Steven gets up before you, right? So stop bragging about you getting up at 5, bro.
I think he told me he'd get up at like 4 o'clock or something, 3:15 or something like that.
3:45.
3:15.
3:15. I'm like, because clearly I'm asleep.
If I woke
up
at 3:45, I can go to bed at like 2.
So as we turn the corner and head for home, and we get home and get your dinner, we want to ask you what's next for James. Like, what's next? I mean, you've given us kind of the lowdown of how you got to where you are, the in between phases where you have your team and you're growing. So what is next for James?
And I'm kind of one of those people, man. I speak what I want, and I like the good Lord, He always I say some outrageous stuff that happens in my life because my faith is very, very strong, right? Mm-hmm. So my thing is you got a Lord that's so mighty. Why would I be shy in the things I ask? So about 4 months ago. Seriously, like I'm literally starting this business. About 4 months ago, I said, all right, here's the next piece. So I have professional athletes. I have high net worth clients. Steven, I don't know if I told you this or not. I'm like, I'm going to start a business being the owner rep, right? And what the owner rep is, a high net worth person come to me and they're like, hey, listen, I want to get this project. Wait a minute, I think my wife may have. All right, I'm in. Yeah, I want to start a project. I want to build my dream house, basketball goal, fish tank, playground.
For nobody to come over.
You're building a $4 or $5 million house. Who's gonna vet the architects?
Yeah.
Who's gonna make the draws? Who's gonna check on the work?
Yeah.
Right. You're an athlete. You're in season. This project is just sitting there, and now people are just milking your money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like glorified property management.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
So 4 months ago, that idea came to me, and then here it is. I got a business start.
And you got opportunity, and you're gonna go for it.
Right.
That's something that you said that's gonna be really good for you in terms of the goals. But as we said, we wanted to, bend your ear for a minute, and we appreciate you coming on and sharing your knowledge with us.
Yep, I've enjoyed it.
When do we actually get to see you in real life?
Whenever. I'm at the office every day.
We're trying to come to the house, bro. See this renovation.
Right, I'm trying to see this renovation.
Yeah, I'll send you. Yeah, y'all can come, but I'll send you some pictures right now, Steve.
Okay. Let's see.
You know it's Steven's birthday next week, which he would never tell you. So don't forget.
When is your birthday, Steve?
Wednesday.
October 6th.
A week from today.
Steven, I got one better for you. I'm October 11th.
Of course you guys have the same whatever sign and all that.
Called, yes.
Of course you do. Maybe y'all shouldn't be friends.
Good friend.
You guys would be toxic together in the same office.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. I would never see either one of y'all unless I came to the office.
Well, I mean, bring food,
Just bring the kids there.
Bring
it's
the kids
fine.
is fine.
We'll raise them right there in the office.
There you go. I love it.
No.
Hey, they know how to make a deal.
They know how to make a deal. They could probably help us seal a deal too.
Adele
they
thinks
can go
she
around.
gets shoes if every time Steven closes a deal, she thinks she gets a pair of shoes. So
That's what I'm saying. Or they can go pick up yard signs.
yeah, there you go.
Going to work.
No, they need to be putting down yard signs.
Now pick them up because they sold.
But that's true. Oh, they should just be moving.
Oh.
them.
Yeah, right. You're right.
We appreciate your time, man.
Yes, thank you
All right,
so
bro.
much.
All right, man.
All right,
Enjoy
no
dinner.
problem.
All right.
Yep, I will. All right, see ya.
bye.
So if you guys are enjoying this, definitely leave us a review. Give us the feedback. If there's something you guys want us to talk about, reach out to us on our website at themizellshow.com. There is a contact section. You can put it in there. We would love to hear about it. Or you can always go over to Instagram at The Mizell Show. Also, as always, don't forget to screenshot this episode and just add it to your stories and tag us on Instagram, on Facebook at The Mizell Show. Thanks, guys. Are you loving The Mizell Show? Well, we love you all. And did you know that you can have me and Steven talk to your team or a group of 25 of your friends? All it takes is 25 people showing up on either a Zoom call, a Facebook Live, or really anywhere. Hopefully in person sooner rather than later. But how do you get us? So all you have to do is email themizellshow@gmail.com, or you can direct message us on Instagram at The Mizell Show.